712, welcome back. From buying gifts to visiting family or making dinner, there is a lot to be stressed out about this time of year. We've got Dr. Brittany Harrison in from Mindful Horizons Urgent Care in New Orleans to talk about some ways to practice mindfulness during the holidays. Good to have you back, ma'am.
Yes, I'm happy to be back, Brandon. Thank you so much.
You know, we talk about this a lot, but we talk about it a lot because it's so serious. There's a lot to consider during the holidays, but you say there are ways to keep it in control.
Yes, there are. There are simple mindfulness techniques that you can utilize on a daily basis. Intentional breathing is the first one that you can do by simply just taking that time to inhale for 4 seconds, holding that breath for 4 seconds, and then exhaling for 6. Mindfulness is all about staying in the present and being aware of your own thoughts, your feelings, and sensations within your own body.
You know, there is that issue of being overwhelmed with so many things going on. So how do I find myself, or how can I be proactive about not being overwhelmed, or if I feel that sense of overwhelm coming on, what should I do?
So another technique of mindfulness is mindful transitions. So when you get off of work, take that time to sit before you move on to the next task, because we're constantly moving. So we're usually going to work, then trying to fulfill obligations with family or attending different events. You're going to take that time for at least 3 minutes to just sit there in that moment and process your feelings. And but when you feel overwhelmed, you need to reach out for support.
Most definitely. And along those points, sorry to cut you off on that end, I've got to imagine that it's okay to understand that you can't do it all.
No, you cannot. You always need support. Community, family. Anyone that you feel comfortable reaching out to, you need to call. We're just a phone call away. We have Mindful Horizons Urgent Care where we accept individuals on a walk-in basis, so they can just come into the center and just say, I need help, and we'll be there.
Right, and the center, we've had you on before, but it is the state's only mental health urgent care facility.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about how that works.
So simply come in and tell us, I want to see someone. I'm in crisis. I need help. We will get you to see a provider within 30 minutes. You'll have an initial psychiatric evaluation with a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And if you want a crisis therapy session while you're there, we can have that arranged too for you to see a licensed professional therapist.
And how has reception been in terms of your patients?
Oh, we have really grown. We have really, really grown. We're getting a lot of foot traffic, and we're hoping to have more people come in.
What does that speak to? Does it speak to the issue being significant, or that more people are just aware of the fact that they can seek help?
A little bit of both, Brandon. People are more aware of the stress and the impact that mental health has on their daily lives.
Why do you think it's such a big issue during the holidays, too? Why does it seem as though that pressure compounds?
Well, one, financial obligations to buy gifts and prepare family meals. That's a lot. That is a lot of stress. Also, different working environments, because there's more demand for people in the working environment. That is very, very stressful.
And that itself is an important conversation, allowing people to have the ability to address when they don't feel as if things are going right. And that's the point of what you've been doing. Also, the reason behind a competition that you're a part of, being acknowledged for a nomination through the American Heart Association. Yes.
I was recently nominated for the 2026 Woman of Impact Award for the American Heart Association. So I will be leading my team with different fundraising events starting in February of 2026 to raise awareness for cardiovascular disease, because it is still the #1 killer for women.
And linked to mental health as well.
Yes, and yes, it is, because it raises the blood pressure, raises from stress, and that can lead to cardiovascular disease.
All right, Dr. Tucker, a very busy person, so
yes,
we do thank you for coming in, continuing the mission, and sharing it with us, ma'am.
Yes, thank you for inviting me, Brandon. I'm happy to be here.
Very much so. And of course, we do have a link to Mindful Horizons Urgent Care on our website. That is www.tv.com. Go check them out. Also, reach out to Dr. Tucker if you've got any questions.
Yes.